There are a lot of decisions to make when you're at college, and sometimes it's hard to know the right choice for you. Let's explore how the number of credits you take each term can impact the cost of your college education. First, it's important to know that each class you take in college is worth a certain number of credits, and most degrees are about 120 credits long. So, as we plan, keep in mind that 120 credits are needed for graduation. Next, the cost of attendance is the amount of money average students need to live and attend tech for one academic year. This includes tuition and fees, housing and meals, books and supplies, transportation, and miscellaneous expenses like deodorant, clothes, movie tickets, and so on. In other words, it's not just tuition, but the cost to live as well. So let's make this bag of money represent the cost of attendance for one academic year, and you will need a new bag each year you attend Texas Tech. Let's get started. Here we are with your first year at Tech, and this is your first cost of attendance bag. About $15,000 is needed for life expenses, but you can decide how many credits you take each year. So let's say you decide to take 15 credits in the fall and 15 credits in the spring, which means 30 credits for the academic year. 30 credits per term will cost about $11,000, and if we add those tuition costs, $11,000, to our life expenses, $15,000, it will cost about $26,000 for your first year in college. So far, so good. Let's say that worked out pretty well for you. You studied hard and did well in all your classes, and you decide to take 30 credits the second year you're here. You still need $15,000 for those life expenses and $11,000 for tuition, so the total again is going to be $26,000. Let's do the same for year 3 and year 4. And now we can see that in 4 years, you've earned 120 credits and are ready to graduate, and your total educational expenses were $104,000. Now let's compare it to some other scenarios. A student taking 12 credits per term is also considered full-time. So let's say for your first year, you decide to take 12 credits in the fall and 12 credits in the spring, or 24 credits for the academic year. $15,000 is still needed for life expenses, but tuition for 24 credits is only about $9,000. Add the life expenses and tuition, and our total for the year is $24,000. And let's say you do that for year 2, year 3, and year 4. If we total that up, in 4 years, you will only earn 96 credits. But it will also only cost $96,000 total. Since you don't have all the credits you need, you'll need to go to school for another year. So here's year 5, 24 credits for $9,000 plus $15,000 for life expenses and another total of $24,000. Now, when we add it up, in 5 years you've taken 120 credits. Yay, you get to graduate, but it has cost you $120,000. Now, it's pretty easy to see that you can graduate in less time and for less total cost if you take 15 credits per term, or 30 per year, versus 12 credits per term, or 24 per year. But what if you're in a really difficult program or have commitments outside of school that make taking 15 credits per term a challenge? Well, let's see how taking summer classes affects our timeline and costs. Here is your first year again, and you decide to take 12 credits per term or 24 for the academic year for a cost of $24,000. But this time, let's say you're going to move home for the summer and take 6 credits worth of online classes. Your tuition will be about $2,000, but since you're living at home, you don't have any of the life expenses. Thank you, Mom and Dad. This means that the total cost for fall, spring, and summer is $26,000. Let's do the same thing for year 2, 24 credits in the academic year for $24,000. And 6 credits in the summer for $2,000 for a total of $26,000. And let's do it again in year 3 and year 4. Now in 4 years, we've taken 120 credits. Yay! And if we add in your cost for all the terms, it's $104,000. Here's the comparison again. You could take 30 credits each academic year and graduate in 4 years for a total cost of $104,000, or take 24 credits each academic year and graduate in 5 years for a total cost of $120,000, or take 24 credits in the academic year and 6 credits in the summer and graduate in 4 years for a total cost of $104,000. Now that you have the basic idea about how the number of credits you take impacts your educational costs, you can calculate your cost for any scenario. Want to know what would happen if you took 15 credits in the fall, 12 in the spring, and 3 credits in the summer? Use the tuition estimator to find out. Answer a few quick questions about the credits you want to take, and it will tell you about how much tuition will be. Before you go, I have 3 more tips. First, make a plan with your academic advisor. They will help make sure you're taking the classes you need for your degree. Tip number 2, only take the classes you need for your degree program. Extra classes can mean extra time it takes to graduate and extra expenses. And finally, attend class and study hard so you pass your classes. Retaking a class will add to your timeline and to your educational costs. Thank you for watching.